Wow, wow. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. 7-year anniversary on TD Fans Talk is here, man. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. Just wanted to chat with y'all, chop it up for a little bit because I know I haven't been live lately. I'll talk about that in a moment. Um, but yeah, man. Ooh, y'all hit that like button on the way in. Shout out to the mod squad. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Thank y'all for all that you do. Omnaron, yes, man. 7 years, bro. Man, it snuck up on me. YouTube just sent the notification. Congratulations, 7 years. And I was like, wow, it is seven. Man, 7 years. Time is flying when you really think about it. Time is flying, man. Um, this is I got you. I think this is just beautiful to me. Y'all give me a second. Yeah. Okay, just signing and stuff. Fill it out. Okay. All right. Sorry, my son gave me his physical paperwork. Um, I've been a fan for 2 years. 2 years ago, I found you. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. 2 years ago. And thank y'all who's donating right now. And also, if you want to donate, hit me up in the Cash App. That way YouTube don't take all of it. Flick Short said, "Been a while, TD, but I'm back. Congratulations, bro." Flicks, where you been, man? Hey, where you been, man? It's been getting hot in these streets. Hold on, let me get comfortable. It's one of those. It's one of those streams. Let me drop the mic, turn it a little, kick back, talk. Yeah, man, Flicks, man, welcome back, man. Don't be going missing like that no more, man. Marino's GOAT. That's an OG. Where all my OGs at, man? People that have been rocking with me for a long time. Where all the OGs at? Smart Jam said, "I've been holding you down on X today." Hey, thank you. Thank you, man. The haters been coming out the woodworks. 7 years in, and the haters getting stronger and stronger, right? Beyond the details, the OG in the building. Morales family, salute to y'all. I love it. I love it, man. Kevin Lee, thank you for coming through as always, man. Listen, 7 years has really been a journey. Devin say it's been a while, TD. I get it, man. It's been a journey. You know, every time I do one of these shows, like I do a yearly show saying it's been 5 years, 6 years, I always go back to that first video when I was holding my child, my newborn child. I think that was Camden. I was holding Cammy. He was a newborn baby. I ain't gonna do it this time. Um, um, oh, but yeah, I was holding my baby and I was trying something new. When I watched that first video, I'm not a nervous type of guy, but when I watch it, I realize, oh, I sound nervous. Like, I said a million times. I probably still do. I don't know. Yeah, so I was just like, the Miami Dolphins, onto a new level. But it's just funny, man. I always tell the story though. I always tell the story. I always say things like, when I started, it wasn't to have 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, 20, 30. It wasn't, I didn't have that kind of goal. When I started, I just wanted to talk Miami Dolphins football and be honest because I always used to be disappointed. It's crazy how all the beef in Dolphin Nation with beat writers and columnists and all that right now. But I always wanted to, figure out why is it that our media every year, whatever they tell us, it never works out that way. And I used to say, man, at the beginning of the year, they sold us hope, and it never turns out that way. Something always goes wrong. So I just start, listening to everything, listening to every interview, reading every article, breaking down everything, and giving my own thought to it. A self-thinker, somebody who gathers everybody's information and then comes up with a conclusion for themselves. And that's what I did. Sorry, I gotta stop. TD Fraud Talk said, I am back too. Did you miss me? I missed a lot of y'all, man. Y'all need to stop leaving and coming back, man. Just hang out with me forever. All right. But yeah, man, I just wanted to, provide Dolphin content. And also because I was working in corporate America, I think, at the time. And no, I wasn't working in corporate America. I had just left. And I had left a year before that. And I was going back to college. I had already had a bachelor's degree. But my job, to be in upper management, they required business core courses. So they paid for me to go back to college to get like a minor in business. So I would go out, drive an hour away to get these classes done because I wanted this promotion, in which I ended up getting. But I would drive out there, and I used to have like 3 classes, but one of them was like 8 in the morning. The next one was like at 11, and the next one was like at 12:30. But that 8 in the morning class got out at 9. But I'm not going to drive an hour back home and then an hour back out there for the 11 o'clock. So I stayed there, and I used to always look out for Dolphin content. And I used to, listen to Dolphin content on Monday, Tuesday, listen to a little bit, and then go all on the internet searching Miami Dolphins this, Miami Dolphins that. Okay, I found a little podcast thing here. But it wasn't enough. Like, I couldn't find Dolphin content. And I didn't think at the time this is a need out here. I was just like, man, let me do something. Because I remember there was an employee at my job that I was boss. And when he was like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. And I laughed at him. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed. I was like, YouTuber? What you mean you're a YouTuber? What you online dancing or doing something? I was laughing. I was like, oh, you're a YouTuber. And I never thought anything of it. And then whenever I tried it out myself, I always think back to him, and it's crazy. So I started, I remember it was like right after Christmas during the holidays or something in January or something, February. Yeah, I think it was like in February where I think I had like a gift card. And at the time I was a school teacher because I had left corporate America. I quit. And I said, you know what, I want to go teach. Having a degree, I could go teach. And then my wife, she was pregnant. So I was like, I don't want you to work at all while you're pregnant. So I'm going to pick up a second job. So I went to teach during the day, and I did overnight security in the meantime. Um, and I was really living off of like my retirement from my corporate America job at the time, but I had picked those up so I didn't have to bleed through it. And I'll never forget one night at security about 3 a.m. in the morning, just sitting there watching these cameras. I typed in Amazon.com and I purchased this so cheapo $30 mic. And I had a dolphin flag, a little small little flag. It's still in here somewhere. And it was something else, like a hat or something. I bought something else. But I still remember, man, I got all kind of crazy videos that I was practicing with my wife, just having fun. But I'll never forget that day where I actually late at night, I said, I'm gonna turn this camera on and just have fun. I didn't think to do anything with it. Just let me talk my talk. I want to talk sports. This is what I desire. I want to talk sports. I don't want to be out here all day, waking up, going to sleep and stressed about work tomorrow all the time. And remember, I was moving up the chains in corporate ladder, so I was working like 15-hour days. I was in upper management. So I had, an entire orientation group I was in charge of, training supervisors, preps to be promoted to supervisor. I was there for 16 hour days. Like I was doing a lot. So I just always wanted to talk sports though. I was like, this ain't for me, man. I want to do what I want to do. And I'll never forget, I turned that camera on. It was a late night. It was probably like 10, 11 at night. Baby in my arm the whole time, and I'm doing my first episode. Baby fell asleep by the end of it. And I never forget that. I always tell y'all that. Matter of fact, I always say I'm not gonna bring it up, but I'm gonna try to find it because I always Live stream, oldest, right there. Here it is. Let me share my screen. I always do this every year. I say I'm not going to do it, and I end up doing it every year. That's me. Is this not the one with the baby? Oh, maybe it's not. I thought I had the baby in the first one. It was one of the first. Yeah, talk about that skinny TD. Yeah, your boy put some weight on, man. Yeah, I put some weight on. But yeah, man, this is back in the day, man. A live stream. Hold on. Let's hey, I thought it was with the baby. Hold on. Oldest. Oh, here the baby. Yeah. Titled it Miami Dolphins ex-girlfriend Jarvis Landry is bitter. Little Kimmy. TD Sports Talk. Terrible camera, everything. Yeah, man. But yeah, back in the day, man. That's just back in the day. Um, that skinny TD, that TD looked like a kid. It's 7 years, man. 7 years. But in 7 years, a lot has happened in my life. A lot has changed. Cammy was born. Cammy's now going to the second grade. Carter was already here. Little Harper through all that time. She's about to be 3 this year. Um, that was in Dallas, Texas. That was in Dallas, Texas 7 years ago, and we moved from there like 5 years ago, 5 years ago, or something. And that was actually in my bedroom. That was in a corner of my bedroom. The bedroom was pretty a good size, so you couldn't tell, but a bed was next to it. That was in my bedroom. And then I ended up moving into another room in that place that was my office eventually. Um, yeah, so humble beginnings, man. TD, you're streaming again. Yes. Humble beginnings, because it's my anniversary, 7 years. But I'll never forget, man. When you think about those videos, that video right there with my baby, and it had 531 views. And I was so proud of that. When I got my first 2, 3, 4 subscribers, I was actually proud of that. I was like, wow. But what I've learned over the years is, everything is progress. A lot of people, they want to, do a YouTube channel or talk sports, and they want to start right away and think they can snap their fingers and bam, 30,000 in 5 months. It's possible. We've seen it happen, but they just think that it's just automatic. Everything that we've done on this channel, man, um, it's been a grind. Anybody who's been here for over 4 or 5 years, that this has been a grind. We take it one day, 1 week at a time, and we just keep on providing content, talking about the team, and adding family members as we go. And through all of that, we've had a lot of ups, we've had a lot of downs, we've had a lot of love, we've had a lot of hate, we've had a lot of lies, we've had a lot of truth. And here we are today, and we still moving. But what I can tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, is that TD Fans Talk is strong. The channel, we're more popular than we have ever been. We're more hated than we've ever been, which is also popularity. um, and I am more blessed than I ever have been with me and my family and the avenues and opportunities that this has afforded me. I've been blessed. I haven't reached out to Bet US and say, please, can you sponsor me? No, they reach out to me and say, we like you to promote us. I haven't hit Bleacher Report up and said, can you please let me do a show every Wednesday night? Can you please let me do a pregame or a postgame? Can you please let me do the weekly prediction show? Can you please pay me more money than I made in corporate America? No, I didn't do that. They hit me up because they noticed me. They noticed the energy. They noticed the charisma. They notice above all how I interact with everybody that watches this channel. That's what they love. A lot of people out here, oh, this person should have this opportunity. Why do you have him? Oh, that person should have this because they just love my energy. They love my charisma. They love my approach. They love my down to earth. They love my humanity, realness. And this is what have been told to me, not me tooting my own horn. And I'm just blessed. But those, who do what I do that may not have such, just keep grinding, because there's a lot of people that do what I do now. I never thought one day that I'd be considered one of the pioneers of something, but I am. I heard Doug started like 7 years ago. Doug might have 7 years in a month or two. Doug might have started like March or April of the same year I started in May 22nd. And I didn't know Doug for 6 months plus. Me and Doug were both doing content, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know he had a channel. He didn't know me and that I had a channel. And somehow our paths crossed too. Which it was just, and that was beautiful. We've always had a great relationship ever since. So things y'all don't like about Doug, I don't really care. Things that y'all don't like about me, he don't really care. It is what it is. But yeah. And but here we are today, man. I'm more blessed than I've ever been. I was a young boy. They had a college degree, fall into the same trap of most Americans or people, going to work, paying bills, stacking up debt, all type of stuff, just the typical, trying to help your family, support them. Typical like everybody else, man, like most people, right? And I can't say this has changed my life. This has changed my life, man. No debt, was able to purchase my family a home, a nice home to be on top of that. My kids are comfortable. They have the things that they need in life. And God has done a lot for me and my family and my life. And I'm just appreciative of him saving me from even dark times that y'all may know a little about, but not as much, from, me in the past and stuff like that. So, no, I ain't no criminal and none of all that stuff. I'm just saying in general, like my past, now I'm, and I always say this, here I am, just turned 40. I have 5 children living in my house. My daughter, who's the 6th, is in college, so that's where she stay in the dorms at Florida. And I couldn't always say that. And God answered my prayers, and thank God that I was able to have my entire family together. So there's a lot that I've gone through in this 7-year period. Starting this channel has transformed my life. And what's even more of a blessing is when I hear that it's transformed a lot of you all's life. When people DM me and say things like, you've inspired this, or you've motivated that, you know. Um it's everything. So first and foremost, I always thank God. I always thank God first. Okay. Third, I thank every single one of you. Yeah, don't get in your feelings because I put you first. Third, because you're not gonna ever get first in my life because that belongs to God. But second off, my wife, man, yeah, I don't understand what I've done in these last 7 years. Some men, and I don't want to make this a sexist thing, but I'm just calling it how it is in my beliefs in life. Some men, they could only dream to have a spouse or support system like the one my wife gives. 7 years, and she been supporting this. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't bad off when I started. I had a nice retirement I was living off of. I was doing this and that. But when I started this channel, I was going through my retirement funds and everything. And I started to say, what do I want to do next in life to because I don't want to run through all my money and then be, stuck. What am I going to do in my life? And my wife believed in what I had started. She helped me believe more than I even realized was possible. And I think there became a point about a year and a half in where it was like, hey, we might need to start, really thinking about financially, how I want to move forward so that we're not in a bad situation in about 6 months. And, she just believed in what I was already doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because I remember that, after 3, 4 months, you got monetized. And that fifth month, you got your first check from YouTube was about $17, and they didn't send it to you because you got to have 100 just for them to send it. Then that second month was like 60 something. So the 60 and the 17, and I'm throwing out numbers right now that aren't accurate, but this is roughly around what I remember. And I remember I still ain't hit 100. And then the next month, you over the $100 threshold and you get your first little check from YouTube. And you realize, well, this is pennies. This ain't what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it because I love it. But we were also being invited to Dolphin games. The chat, all of y'all kept on showing love, dropping cash apps, showing this and that, and all of that stuff. And I remember I would be like, hey, I don't want to reach in my savings anymore. Look, I just made a light bill this month. Look, next month I just made the light bill in this bill. And eventually, this turned out to be something that has surpassed anything that I could have ever imagined. And now, I have an agent. Like some of y'all don't even know that. I've had an agent for like 2 years now. And that's where, negotiating with this deal or Bleach Report, this, that, and this. And yeah, it's a whole new level now where I could have never have imagined. I could have never have imagined, y'all. Never. And God is good and he's always blessed me. And that's why even in times like this, when I'm blessed, I try to bless those around me. Even those who are here that hate on me on a normal basis, that have other platforms and stuff, I try to bless them too. I put their name in the hat and be like, hey, hit this person up. They might can do this and do that, So as long as I stay, righteous in that way, I think good things always come my way. Um, and like, and the biggest blessing of all is moments like right now. My first year doing TD Phins Talk, I grinded. I would do 3, 4 streams a day, every day. Y'all remember? But here I am today in the off season. I don't remember the last time I went live. Maybe the Bleacher Report thing on Wednesday night. But outside of that, y'all, people were like, where you been, TD? We looking for you. My wife, you grind so hard, let's try to make sure we prioritize our family during these times where football isn't much. And I agree. And that's what I've been doing lately, y'all. You know, um, spending extra time with my older sons because in the summer, they go to visit their mom. So, and that's always an emotional time for me. So just, enjoying family and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Just kicking back, chilling with the fam, taking a break, from a busy season. Cause if y'all haven't noticed, I do a lot more traveling now. Y'all already know I go to training camps, thanks to you all. And now with NFL credentials, I go to the draft, I have access to Pro Bowls, combines, Super Bowls. And I've been going to almost all of it. And so it's aware, man. The whole year now, you start to feel it when February, March comes and you start to fade and you're just like, okay. And I'm getting older, man. Your boy turned 40 this year, right? So you just, you try to take a little bit of a break. So that's what I've been really kind of doing, spending some good time with the family, and handling my obligations, like Bleach Report on Wednesday nights, Fourth and Forever every day. Um, also, Dolphins Collective, which we just got off of. Another good, fun, funny, exciting episode. I love that show because we just have a lot of fun. We chop it up. I just really like it. I don't know. I just think the chemistry's so good with all four of us where it's just a fun show. Like we ain't got to take things too crazily serious. Just talk our talk about the Dolphins and everything. So if you missed that, go check out the collective, which is doing phenomenal, by the way. Like literally, we haven't even been doing it for 2 months. I think we're just coming up on 2 months and we're about to hit 5,000 subs. And almost every video is over 10K views and stuff. It's doing, and this is all off season. So in season, that show is gonna be ridiculous, but with success comes jealousy. So all the haters come out of the woodwork and try to down it. So those who support it, thank y'all. Appreciate you guys. You forgot to mod me again, TD. Oh, I got you. Let me go in right now and take care of you, Fins up. Um, but y'all hit the like button for me real quick because I know, like I said, I hadn't been live um much lately. So what is they don't send a notification out to many people when you don't stream for a while. Yeah, that show gonna be nice to watch after the games. Well, it probably is not going to be right after the game. I think we might keep it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe. When the season come, we'll see. We might make some adjustments. We'll figure out how we want to do it because we want to make sure it fits everybody's schedule. Because it was tough finding a perfect schedule already, but that was what we lined up. So we'll figure it out. Um, that's why I'm not mod. I got you. I got you, Fins. Don't worry about it. Okay. Add as moderator. Got you, bro. The homie Color in the building. Love you, man. Man, I just think, man, when I see Color's name in the chat, like Color, man, Color, man, y'all boys getting up there on some time too. Y'all starting to put years on it, right? How many years has it been now? 3, 4, maybe, and maybe I'm giving too many or too less, but yeah, Color and the crew, those guys, they putting years in too, man. When you think about it, man, time is flying. 5 seasons, 4.5. Yeah, man, we all putting time in, bro. Like that's what it's about, man. And let me say this last thing though, real quick. Y'all, I don't want y'all to ever think that I'm let me first say changing, selling out, not the same, whatever, like that. Let me explain something to y'all. When I first started, right? When you have 1,000 subs, you can probably know 500 of them. You can go back and forth. I done gave my name out to so many people texting and doing all that stuff. And when you get 5,000, it becomes extremely difficult and you keep trying, right? You keep trying to keep up with all the friends that you've gained. Then when you get 10,000 subs, it's like I see all 13 messages in the last hour, but I can't even respond to them all. I responded to you. I got to do something. I come back later. There's another 13. So I missed the other 11 from previously. Let me hit 2 of those in it. And then people started to be like, hey, do we have a problem? Like, did I do something wrong? Are we not cool anymore? That's not the case at all. And then you get 15,000 subs. And your wife is like, you got to stop giving people your number. You're too accessible now because now you can't support everybody like you used to. And now people are coming at you. Like people start feeling entitled. Like, gosh, you act like you can, blah, blah, blah. Like, because you gave me a $10 donation, I can't stop my life to just, and then you start to realize what's fair is just doing my job and not really engaging as much, still engaged, but not really engaging as much with people because you can't. And you go for it to 25,000, 30,000, and it's almost impossible. Then people are like, oh, TD brand new. He don't even really talk to us like it's nothing personal. It's called, and I realize now it's called success. And the reason why I'm even bringing that up is if you rock with me and support me, there's a point where I can't communicate with everybody anymore, but recognize that's what it is and be proud of that because you are one of the main reasons why. Understand, I don't talk to the homie as much anymore because of my level of support towards him helped him elevate. Understand that. So I say that humbly, man. I feel bad sometimes. like I ain't gonna say no names, but I had somebody that I was doing a show and I saw a text come across, and it wasn't even a text. It was on either Instagram or Twitter or something. I saw it come across, said, hey, I just started my own platform, blah, blah, blah. And I read it. I was like, oh, good for this person, man. I can't wait to support them and maybe be a guest. 2 days later, they tell me, congratulations, keep grinding. And I'm like, wasn't this the person that the notification? See, I don't, was this the person? You see? Because I see it in the middle of a show, but then when I check my phone after the show, I got 10 other things going. And it's like, I don't ever want nobody to think that I'm putting myself like at this, oh, I don't mess with y'all or nothing like that. Man, listen, this money, when the money got to come in for your family and all that, you got to hit your obligations. You got to do all the things. You got to do your bleacher reports. You got to do your this. You got to blah, blah, blah. Man, you get in the business mode and then you're building the business with Roundtable Sports, all the stuff that I have to deal with that. I got to understand Roundtable Sports, we pay over 50 people every month now. Like, y'all think Roundtable Sports just fourth and forever, we get them on camera? No, man, it's big business now. Like, when the season roll around, we got 50 people on staff that we pay every month. Like, in the stuff that comes with that, the contracts, the payroll, the deliverables, the sales teams, the editors, the social media managers, the hosts, the creators themselves, all that stuff. It's a grind. So I'm in grind mode, y'all, and I'm working. Outside of right now, I'm trying to take a little bit of a break, but I'm still trying to do what I need to do with my other obligations. So that's That's what it is. And like I said, I owe that to God, my wife, and every single one of y'all that support me every day. So 7 years in, and here we are. And then you see all this Twitter drama today, and I got to go back and forth with these people that, oh, you got a failing, you're failing at this, you're failing at that. And I'm like, these people have no clue of how well we're doing because they're listening to haters talk about me. And this whole narrative that they keep going to, oh, TD Bills talk, TD Saints talk. I feel bad for some people when they do stuff like that because it's like in society today, people will try to kick you for having a vision. But that's why you just got to keep on steady forward with your vision because guess what? 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't know what God has for me, but I might have over $100 million in the bank. You know, I might be doing bigger and better things and they all gonna see it. And I ain't the type of person to be flaunting in front of people, but I listen. I believe in what I'm doing, and when that time come, I'm gonna be all on Twitter talk about shout out to TD Saints talk. Shout out to man. I say all that to say this, man. People watch me, people rock with me. But internally, deep down, there's a lot of people that watch that have their own desires in life and aspirations, but they feel stuck or they feel like they're in a place where, you know, let me just keep getting by. I just want to say to y'all, keep on getting by. But you gotta have some type of strategy in your life on top of what you're already doing to get to a place you want to be. If you love your setup and what you're doing and how you're doing it, by all means necessary. I just have found in life 90% of people don't. So start thinking bigger, start thinking better. Start thinking of the next thing. Start thinking how can I maneuver myself in a position to do what I love and make it lucrative, baby. How can I how can I how can I how can I do better for my family? I feel good paying the bills. But would I feel better if I can make sure my wife hair done every 2 weeks, every month, her nails done every 2 weeks? I can get her flowers every Sunday. I can, make sure this, that, and this. I can make sure I got the Disney passes on deck every year. I can make sure we take a week visiting vacation twice a year in the Disney resorts and all that. Like, I don't know what your desires are, you and your family, but and what your kids love and what your spouse or significant other loves. But how can I do better for them? How? And you may not be able to now, but if that's a true desire, man, hey, you gotta maneuver yourself. Whatever you're doing right now could be something totally opposite. Start scheming in a good way. And remember where your blessings gonna come from, and that's from God. But He ain't gonna honor nothing that don't put the work in. So, and He may test you. He may take you down a path that's totally opposite, but it's only to make you stronger for whatever His purpose for you is. So, for all of that, and just always strive for better, for greatness. Don't be stagnant. And when people be like, "Oh, you're gonna do YouTube your whole life," no, it's not the plan. That's why I'm doing roundtable sports. That's why I'm doing this other business or two or three on the side that's with my family that y'all don't know about. That's why you work on multiple things and try to better your life. That's why you allow this to be an engine for another thing, a bigger thing maybe. So I just love seeing people win. And when I win, I'm not satisfied because a lot of people around me aren't. Like a lot of people live their life like I want to win. Nope, y'all ain't winning. Like I'm the winner. Man, what excites me is when I win, others around me win because it gets lonely at the top. And I'm not at the top, but I've heard it enough and seen it enough from people where I could tell, yeah, I see why it gets lonely at the top. I see why. But I always feel like, if you're at the top, you ain't really accomplished nothing unless you brought some people with you. You've motivated some people to do something too to get there. Because when you're at the top and all your friends ain't, it's unhealthy to even interact with them anymore. Too many people have died, fought, and everything just from that. So the best thing to do is help others get to the top. That way, hey, we all up here. Let's keep on doing what we doing. Like people around you, if they're not elevating with you. Now, I'm not saying just because they broken you not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about their mentality of going to get it and wanting to be better and do better. If people's mentality around you isn't always trying to elevate, then you'll never elevate. And if they aren't going to elevate, then you need to get from around them so that you can elevate, even if it's by yourself, and meet new friends that are elevated. And if they staying at their level, that regular elevated level, you need to stop, man. Man, we got to climb, man. This world ain't getting easier. Living in this world ain't getting easier for people. This ain't 1980 where most of our parents bought their house for 30, 40,000. And now your parents get it appraised as for $500,000. That ain't what this is. Mm-mm. It's getting harder for the typical man or woman to survive out here. But don't make that an excuse and cry about everything that's making it harder. Hey, you got to get more creative. I could be down on my luck tomorrow. I could have 5 years straight from this day to the next 5 years of just straight turmoil, poverty, and everything, but I'm going to still be scheming. I'm gonna still, and when I say scheming, not in a bad way, I'm gonna still be trying to maneuver myself to have better days, have a better life. That's what it's about, man. I'm gonna be honest. I like I, honest truth about me. I just, like I said, I want to see everybody win. I can't. I really don't like settled people, settled mentalities. You know, they most of the haters. Those are what you call most of the haters. I don't like that settled mentality. I'm making $15 an hour. It's just enough to pay my rent. And I'm getting by. I'm good. I'm good with where I am. And it ain't shunning on people making 15. My only thing is, okay, what plan you got in place to make 20? And when you get there, hey, you want to make 30? That's all I'm saying. Value your time. You only like the most valuable thing is time and attention. Time and attention. And attention is that little, that's the bad one actually. But time is one of the most valuable things. Because if you could buy time, everybody would sell it. You can't buy it. That's why it's the most valuable. If you could buy time, every store would sell it. I'm 40 years old. I didn't even start thinking like this until probably 30. 30 years of my life going through the motions, getting a job, getting a degree, blah, blah, blah. I ain't never started thinking about bigger and better. But it's better late than never. So all y'all 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, yeah, I'm just, trying to get by, man. Stop that talk. I ain't about no. I don't like being around trying to get by people, man. No, I'm trying, I'm trying to exceed expectations. I'm trying to get to that next level. And I ain't saying this in a greed way. I just understand that this world is accelerating and you got to accelerate with it. For those who know anything about economics, you know, year over year inflation, what's acceptable is about 2.5%. Everything's supposed to go up about 2.5% every year. You know, if it's 100 this year, it's 102.50 next year. Then it's 105 or 105.20 the year after or whatever. It's supposed to go up 2.5% every year after year. And most people don't even understand the concept of if your wages aren't going up that 2.5%, then you're actually making less money every year. A lot of people don't get that. So if you make $100 an hour, and maybe this is a lesson I'm teaching some people. If you're making $100 an hour, and I know, and most people don't, I'm just using that for rounded up numbers that everybody will understand. If you make $100 an hour and inflation went up 2.5%, like it does like year after year, and your job says, hey, we're going to raise you to 101. Oh, I got a raise. No, you actually make less money than you did the year before because everything around you costs 2.5% more and you only got a raise of 1%. You actually make less even though the number is bigger. Hopefully some of y'all understand that concept. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. And that's why people struggle and they start getting behind. And you know the worst part about it? I'm using what the acceptable inflation is year over year, 2.5. When in the last 3-4 years, we've been dealing with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20% inflation, depending on what category. And some jobs ain't even been given raises. This is why I made sure I decided, you know what, I can't really just rely on somebody else, I can use them, but I need to have something for myself. Something for myself. So I wish and sometimes I'd be wanting I wish there was a group where, of people that I could just chill with and talk business like this and stuff. Like, what's the next move? Hey, and then you end up like sometimes I just want a community of that. That's the one thing I don't have. Like I'm self-educated. Like all the stuff I do research and do all that on my own. But I sometimes I'll be wanting a group that's like, bam, I talk with these people about this. And now some of us are making moves together. You know, and that's what it's about. Who you surround yourself with. Um, but yeah. Let's have another big year, man. Let's have another big year. Another fun year. Another accelerated year. Another year of growth. Take your ideas, y'all, and push them. Go after it. Delusional Patriots fans say hit up crypto. You say that to me every time, and every time I tell you I'm already in it. Heavy in Bitcoin, heavy in XRP, heavy in Doge, and it ain't been doing much, but I just for some reason it's so cheap that I'm like, hey, if this just hit $1 one day, I'm a multimillionaire. So I'll never let that go. Just for the fact of it, you know. People don't realize some of these meme coins are so cheap that if you put $100 in it, 20 years from now, if it hit $1, and bam, you're a multimillionaire. Like I just throw that 100 away if it don't work. Like, but yeah, but look at Bitcoin, it just hit its all-time high. And guess what? I went in heavy when it was dropping all the way down. I went in heavy when it got down. I mean, wait, how low did Bitcoin get? I think let me look at my buy-in point. And this is my recent one because I already took advantage of the previous climb. Let me see. And here it is. Give me a second. Yeah, right around there. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Where's the date that I purchased? Okay. January 6th of 2024 transaction. And January 6th, it was about 40,000 per share. It was about 40,000 per share. And here it is today, 111, an all-time high. Almost 3 times the money that I put in worth. And I went heavy. Not heavy, but I went heavy. I could get a new car if I wanted. And I think this is just the beginning, because the crazy thing is our president, which is very interesting to me, for the last 2 weeks, our president has actually been coming out and telling us what to invest in, but it's not insider because he's telling everybody. He's literally telling you better go buy some Bitcoin. You better go buy some stocks after what I tell y'all tomorrow. Y'all better start listening instead of like, oh, I ain't listening to this guy, man. That's why certain people always on the sideline. Y'all better start listening. Like, gosh, like some people are giving you straight up ways out. And because it's him. Nope. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. And this is why some people that hate him stay in their circumstance, and people that love him are excelling in certain degrees, because some people just don't want to listen. Withdraw it, then take the profit. Jonathan, what I do is I like how I kind of do it. I'm not a day trader, but I'm like I like to say like a week trader. Like, it's weird. So like on this rise, I'll probably take 50% out and let it keep doing whatever it does. In any fall, I'll keep buying on the fall. Drop 10% up, buy, dropped another 30. Ooh, that sucks, but buy. You just keep on getting a discount because and I'm not a financial advisor, because they say they'll take videos down when you're trying to advise people and all that stuff. And you got to give them the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. But I always listen to what Warren Buffett say. When people get scared, that's when I get happy. And when people get happy, that's when I get scared. And it's so true. Look at what they were doing a few weeks ago, crying about the stock market. Oh my gosh, the stock market is falling. And everybody got scared. I'm losing my retirement. They start pulling their money out, taking their losses. And I'm like, well, this is the time to buy because it's on a discount. And now it shot right back up and past where it was. Like, all you have to do is look at historical data of the stock market. As it goes up and down, it constantly goes up. Big dip, it still goes back up. Like, it's inevitable. The only way it doesn't go back up is if the country officially says we're nothing anymore. We're done. That's the only way. And they're not going to allow that to happen. They'll go on more deficit to not let that happen. But again, People out here listening to these news stations selling them fear. But the biggest thing I do want you to take, you better turn that TV on and listen to that man. Man literally is telling people, come get rich. Literally. Oh, the news we're gonna drop this week. You better buy some stocks. Y'all just like, oh, he talking. Okay. Like, do you know how many millionaires been made in the last few weeks just because of these words? Like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we might have a partnership with crypto. Y'all better get some crypto. Crypto skyrocketing now. Now it's at an all-time high just because it's his words. With people on the sideline, oh, he lead people the wrong way. You still broke. Don't get it. Why is those people have all these money and we don't? Oh my gosh. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth, boy. Y'all better stop playing these games. you ain't gonna ever have this again. You ain't gonna ever. Now you're gonna always have presidents and politicians that know what's coming and they own stocks. That's why when they go into office with $4,000, they get out of office 30 years later with $2 billion. How that's possible? So you ain't gonna ever have a man sit there and tell you, you better go buy some of this because it's going up. You ain't ever gonna have that again. I better pay attention, man. All this time we yelling politicians enriching their own pockets. You got a man literally trying to make everybody in this country wealthy if you paying attention. If you paying attention. Trying to make all the other countries pay for you to get wealthy, but it's just sad those who gonna be left on the sideline. It's sad. Then the wealth gap just gonna get bigger and bigger when everybody got an opportunity right now. Now I understand those who struggling, man. I don't even have 10 cents to after I'm done working. I get it. That's just tough for anybody. That's why you got to start scheming, man. That's why you got to do what you got to do. You got to build to that point. But yeah, man, life ain't easy out here, man. You just got to make the most of it. And I just thank God every day for what he's given me, and I'm prepared to lose it all tomorrow. I'm prepared to slum it tomorrow and still praise him, and that's why I know I'm going to be all right. I know I'm going to be fine. Congrats. I was looking for a team to support and stumbled on TD forever. Well, Phins up ever since. That's what's up, man. Looking for a team, and I helped you. That's what's up, man. Welcome to the family. Welcome. Big Poppy Bill, salute to you, homie. All right, let me hit some of these super chats again. If you want to bless the channel, I always recommend Cash App because it goes a lot further. Just FYI, you want to drop some love, drop it in the Cash App so YouTube don't take most of it. Just want to always say that to y'all, all right? Shout out to Malachi, who hit me up in the Cash App. Blessings to you, brother. Thank you. And Oscar Ortega just hit me up in the Cash App about 30 minutes ago. Salute to you, brother. Coco beware. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. But real quick, special shout out to my brother from another mother, Chris, and the kids. Shout out to Isabella. Listen, she just graduated junior high. Congratulations. On to bigger and better things. Okay. You are on to bigger and better things. Keep climbing with excellence. I'm proud of you. Your dad's proud of you. He always let me know how great you are, and I see it every single day. Just keep on striving for greatness, and life is going to be very kind to you. Good job. Congratulations. And listen, I can't wait to see the next level. All right. Shout out to my brother DDW again. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I forgot Isabella. Ooh, she going to high school. The big leagues. Hey, get them grades. You know, play your sports, and the same thing. Just keep on grinding and enjoying it and making your parents proud. All right. All right. You got a good dad who works hard for you to put you in this position. Continue to, honor him by doing what you've been doing, being an excellent daughter. All right. And you're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Love y'all so much. All right. But listen, y'all, 7 years in, here we are. Let me read these super chats, though. Let me read these super chats because I hate not reading people who bless me with their hard-earned money. Hey, TD, I'm here for you to defend these haters. Tua, stop saying Tua. We don't have a problem with Tua. We just don't believe in his play for this team. And we always open up the opportunity for him to prove us wrong. We're just waiting for that day. All right. TD always gave others a voice. Shout out other channels. Allow others to come up on his panels and always showed love. The envy and jealousy out here is real. Keep pushing, TD. Scant, thank you. We just keep praying for our I guess our enemies and our foes. We just keep praying for them and wish blessings upon them. Wish them so many blessings that they realize I don't need to hate on nobody else. When people hate on you, it's just an admission that they don't even believe in themselves. Because I don't worry about nobody else. I'm not gonna hate on another person. Doug has a larger platform than me. You think I ever think about, man, what is it? No, man, get that plaque, Doug. I want to see 100K, brother. Like, that's what it's about, man. Uplift everybody around you. And if you're not doing that, you ain't having true success. That's not true success when you just, well, I did, I. Living a life of selfishness, will have you lonely. It'll have you lonely. In my opinion, some people, they okay with that. And to each his own. Congratulations on 7 years, CD. Been watching for 5 of them. Continue to do great things. Man, Brody Brown, salute to you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know if that's hunting gear or military gear. If it's military, appreciate your service. And if it's hunting gear, appreciate your service. It don't matter. I love you, man. Appreciate the love. Thanks for rocking with me. 5 years is a long time. That's at this point, 5 years is the beginning too. That's how I look at it. JD the Great, my brother, he's going to the Bills event with me. For those who don't know, Roundtable Sports is hosting a Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills event in Buffalo in a suite. Okay? Weather controlled and everything. I think week 3 or something. Okay? Exclusive suite. We got a win. It's a Thursday night game. On Wednesday night, we're gonna be at it's like a lounge bar thing. We're going to do a show from there. We're going to be hanging out for 2-3 hours with everybody that's attending in Buffalo. Okay. Tuesday night, no, I'm hanging out with the fellas. But Wednesday night, we're going to do that. Thursday, we're all going to a tailgate party and then the game. Okay. If you can come, go to Roundtable Sports and AFC's Roundtable and click on the link in the description of the video so you can purchase your tickets. Okay. We got a good deal on them for $450 for the whole package. All right. You can look it up online. Those same suite seats are like 900 and something. And the reason why it's important that I'm going and I'm going to love it is because it's my first time ever going to this Buffalo Stadium. And this is the last year for the Buffalo Stadium. They're tearing it. That's it. They're moving to the new stadium. So I want to be a part of the history of it. I've never been. So I'm going to go. $450 per ticket. We made it as low as we possibly could so that we can get as many people to go. Again, that's going to be for the Wednesday night party and the game ticket in the suite. Okay. Glass partition, seats, lounge area, walk around, all of that. You can see the whole game from in the suite. All right. So if you want to go down there with me, JD the Great already got his tickets. JD gonna be there with me. So if you're somebody who wants to attend and go to Buffalo and rock with me against Dan Mitchell, Rico, Z-By, all of them are going to be here at this event. The Buffalo Bills creators and stuff. So that's going to be dope. So if you're somebody who can make that and come to that last time the Dolphins will play Buffalo in that stadium, by the way. I'm going, TD. Morales family gonna be in the house. You already got your tickets? I don't know. Was yours on the day? Did you already get your tickets, Morales family? If so, that's what's up, man. If not, hurry up, okay? Because I think it's only like 9 left or something like that. We got like 45 or something like that, but it's only 9 left. So people have been buying them fast. People have been buying these fast. So not yet. Got money to get though. Yeah, man. As soon as you get it, get on it, bro. Because I want as many of our people there as possible. I want as many of our people there as possible, man. Because this will be my first time, and I really want to have a good time. Because the one thing I tell you about these roundtable events, even though they're the enemy, man, it's fun hanging out with all y'all. For those, like last year, we did the Miami Jets event. Some of y'all came to that event in Miami. And Jets fans showed up, you know. I think we had like 40-something people, but like maybe like 25 to 30 showed up to the event. That was a fun night, you know, mingling with everybody, having some drinks, some food, chat. We took over the bar, everything. So that was pretty fun. I'm going to the Miami one, TD, at Miami. I'm not sure we're actually going to do it, though, Kevin. I'm not sure we're going to do the Miami one. I think we're going to do the Buffalo and maybe a later in the year Dolphins Jets in New York. I'm not sure we're going to do the the Miami Stadium this year. So if you already did that deposit for the Miami one, we might be returning it to you because I'm not sure we're actually going to do that one. Yeah, JD was there last year. He know. All right. So again, if you want to get in on that, please hurry up because I want as many Dolphin fans instead of Bills fans to book it. All right. We already got some Dolphin fans going. So that's what I like about it. But listen, as many as we can get, that's what I want. Let me see. Oh, here we go. JD said, congratulations, Phins up no matter what. Also, great speech earlier. Thanks, bro. It needed to be said, man. Been a fan a long time, big dog. Thank you, man. And this is what uplifts me. The last few days, my haters been really coming at your boy all on Twitter and stuff. But this is the stuff right here that really, uplifts me. Hearing from the people that rock with me, saying that you appreciate what I do and you rock with me, it goes a long way, man. And thank y'all for those who showing love in the Cash App as always. Fins up, Southside BK in the house. That's what's up. Congratulations, homie. Much respect to you, bro. Thank you, Jay Grizzy. Lino in the building said, man, congrats to these 7 years of getting smacked by the Bills, LOL, but happy for you, fam. Yeah, Lino, let's see if you're going. I don't even think you're going to be at the event. Don't talk to me, man. You ain't even showing up, or are you? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. 7 years, 59 and 57 regular season, 0-2 playoffs. Go Bills. Seriously, though, always enjoyed the content. Great. Congrats and happy anniversary. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's what's up, even from Bills fans. But anyway, man, let me go hang out with the wife. Bathe baby girl together, get her to sleep, and go hang out with the wife and get some rest and get back to the grind tomorrow. I love y'all so much. I love God so much. I love my wife. I love my children. I love my family. And I love all y'all in my Dolphin family. Thank y'all for helping me be the best version that I could be for the last 7 years. And hey, man, we're going to keep it rolling. Maybe we get to 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 200 years. Technology. The Dolphins need a new quarterback. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later, man. Peace. I am out. Love y'all. Oh man.